All right. I honor all beings in the universe who is operating from a healthy space of your heart. You're a good person and you try to be a good person to other people. You respect yourself, you try to respect others, and you govern yourself as such. You respect walks of life, various forms, and you believe they are deserving of all of the goodies that you feel like you're deserving of. Okay, that's what I mean by that. I honor those of you who are either returning or new viewers on my channel. And you do see a poll I am conducting, and we're going to get into some discussions here. But before we get into the discussion about the breadcrumbing, because we're going to talk about what breadcrumbing is, how it's used, and not just romantic relationships, because most of us hear these terms in abusive relationship dynamics where someone is, the chaser and someone's the runner, where someone is just trying to keep somebody on a leash, keep somebody on the hook. And so we typically hear these terms breadcrumbing in that aspect. But I'm going to talk about breadcrumbing across the board, how it looks in life, how it looks in family dynamics, how it looks with friendships, how it looks with government entities, agencies, programs. They don't see the worth and keep them, perform, tap dance. Get into that. Okay. But before I get into the message, there is another message coming through for the collective where you all, if you are resonating with the stuff that I've been sharing, you have a similar story, you're on the receiving end of like some kind of a really toxic targeting thing. Okay. There are some folks that are upset right now because they feel like you lied or you tricked them or you were very sneaky in something. They feel duped by you, even though they were duping you to begin with. But they feel duped by you. Okay. And so I don't know what this is that you all may have done or not done, because some of you may be saying, I didn't dupe anybody. But maybe, maybe you realize that the way you might not agree, you may not like it, you may see all of the inhumanity of it, you may see all the holes, but you may have just come to accept that the way of this world, even people who act like they're not governed by the way of this world, the way of this world is if they so if they like you, they'll help you. If they don't, they won't. If you comply, if you agree and allow and basically just let people feel like they are right, let people feel like they win, let people feel like they're correct, let people feel like they're having their way, let people feel like um just kind of let them think what they think and let them talk what they talk and say what they say. If you go along with that to a degree, then they are more likely to comply, or they're more likely to attempt to assist you or be your friend or whatever that is. It's wrong as two left shoes. It's ass backwards. It's a part of the offness of this world as we know it, because out of one breath we say we're looking for honesty and integrity, and that's what we're representing, but on the other end our conduct sometimes reflects to people that the only way you can get cooperation is by manipulation, passive manipulation. I'm going to even say honorable. Yep. Because when the powers that be are operating in dishonor, the ones who's got all the goodies, and they are operating in dishonor and they're wielding their control, what does it leave everyone else to do? Okay, you see how it's almost forced, a forced hand there. Um, So, anywho, there's a collective of folks now, whether it's true or not, that's something y'all to figure out. But there's some folks that feel like they're angry right now because they're having a meeting with possibly some of your family members. some of their family members or some of the people that maybe are surrounding you that's involved in some of the stuff, because not everybody is involved, but the ones that are, okay, um, they are having meetings with them and they're upset. Again, they're upset. They feel like you tricked them, you duped them, because what came out the reading was like a lot of swords. It was 7 of swords, 2 of swords, lots of swords. And I thought it was fascinating. I'm like, wow, they feel like the collective has wronged them. But that's always what abuse looks like. The abusers, when they don't get their way, or when they get found out, or if something gets exposed, to hell with their behavior that played a role in everything. To hell with how they initially had hidden dishonor to begin with. They just focus on the fact that you spoke of something, or that you can see something, that you told of something, and they be upset. So whoever this is, they're upset. I don't know what they feel like you gained. I don't know what they feel like you got, because most of you all are still being tortured. You know, most of you all are realizing that you put yourself, by trusting people, thinking people cared and had a baseline sense of decency, humanity. It puts you and your children yet around some more witches, warlocks, wizards, and sorcerers and folks. You know what I'm saying? Just, yeah. Okay, because they're terrorizing my son every day. Ever since he's been here, okay, he has peed on himself in the bed 3 times. That's not normal for him. Something is off. And we have been, listen, it's not that all of a sudden we just been going through disruptive. We was experiencing this since early February. So there's something not right about here. There's something not right about what's going on with this whole little thing. Because, yeah, he has been terrorized all day, every day, having nightmares, peeing on himself 3 times. In some cases, it's some other stuff. And he tells me a dream and vision in the bathroom and somebody's upset and stuff like that. I'm dealing with it. They'll face me. Actually, some of them already have. The rest of them will. But I digress. Because, again, that's what's going on here. And the thing about all this is, like, what do? Call the cops? This is why these folks get away with the nasty, yucky stuff that they're into. What are you going to do? Call the cops? What are you going to do? Call Ghostbusters? When you try to tell people something, it's harming my kid here, something is unsettling here, this is not healthy, he's getting this, when you try to talk like that, they look at you like there's something wrong with you, which is exactly what these folks have been up to from the beginning as it pertains to me. So, as it pertains to you, I don't know what you got away with. I may have to get a card, okay, to see, because I'm like, well, why are they mad? Didn't they make their money? I don't get it. Once they, these people collab together and they do all this spell work and they entrap you and they pay all, they send all these people to harass you, terrorize you, spread all these lies and rumors around the America so folks would hate you. So what is there to be mad at? So with that being said, I think I'm going to get a pull just really quick for you, because I did a reading earlier off camera and they're upset. And I thought it was funny because I'm like, well, didn't they get their way? They wanted to terrorize your life. They wanted to ruin your life. They wanted to put you in the box. They wanted to humiliate you. They wanted to, all these things, torture you and your kid and make it look like it's just something wrong with you. And they wanted all these things. So what's the problem? They put you, some of you, they orchestrated scenarios to where they, at least they think they have, entrapped you. Okay? Torturing, terrorizing you, illegally surveilling. So why are they upset with you? We'll get into the breadcrumbing collective, the whole discussion on that. I didn't really plan to come on and share the part about the reading and the message of folks being mad at y'all because they feel like the people that did you dirty was plotting dirty on you, mad at you because they feel like you. I'm like, that ain't that some shit? Old schoolers would have said, if that's not the pot calling the goddamn kettle, it's the whole vibe of, oh, you are operating ill will and hidden dishonor, but you're mad because they either saw it, you're mad because what? They feel like you got away with something. They feel like you tricked them. I don't know what you got. So let me get your card, because some of y'all shaking your head like, I ain't got shit, Bloomy. I'm going through, what I'm saying? We're trying to balance out or heal ourselves and recover from what these people are constantly doing. Let's see.
That's about last off again.
Okay, what did you get that's got them some kind of way? Some of y'all feel like I ain't got nothing, so this is gonna be interesting. Oh, some of you, did you cut them off? I have drastic, extreme, harsh cutoff. Or at least they perceive you cut them off. I don't know. Let's see what this is that you gained or they feel, which got them mad. Okay. I just saw a card where the little girl got some earphones over her ears. And I think that card means relax. Or you're trying to find a way to relax. Okay. Yeah, you're trying to find a way to relax. Maybe they feel like you tricked them and now you're just trying to find a way to relax. But here's the thing. If people would stop operating with hidden dishonor, you see what I'm saying? That's the whole problem. That's the problem. People become with their intentions, their underlining intentions, not on the up and up with you. And then when you decide, okay, this is not right, because you may have felt duped yourself, fascinatingly enough. You may feel like you were duped. You were tricked. So that you and your children can be put in a vulnerable position so that the toxic motherfuckers that they're all connected with or whatever agendas that they've got going on. You know what I'm saying? Basically exploiting your pain, exploiting your suffering, exploiting your situation, exploiting, And once you figured it out, it's like, okay, if that's your story, you figure something out. You're like, okay, I don't have to hate people, but I'm not going to play this. I'm not going to be hanging with people that I'll conduct business as I must. I'll do what I'm required to do as I must with any kind of business aspect. But I'm not going to be, and this could be you, you're not going to be hanging with people and just talking with people who they're trying to hurt you. They're actively trying to hurt you, or they're working with people who are, and they're benefiting from it. You have no interest in putting you and your children in their vehicle. You have no interest in, having them visit you and your hardship. It's like, I don't know what, to give them something else to talk about so they can fluff up their ego even more overly inflated than it already is. Somebody's having a meeting today. what came out in the reading, whenever you click on this video, as it applies to you, whatever that day is for you, that this individual is having a meeting with 2 or more people today. Regarding you. With the Nine of Cups in the reverse, like I said, some of them are upset because you're not going to talk to them anymore, and they're going to be seen as some kind of like fake friend, fake support, or you're calling it out, how somebody was like a fake friend, fake support, was working with somebody else to work against you. These are unapologetic too. So it's fascinating. It's like they're mad at you for seeing something. They're unapologetic about their behavior. You see how toxic this is? It's like, nobody, that's too much. This is too much. That's too much. And then you got people attacking you and your children in your sleep. These people are all cowards, attacking their children in their sleep. Yeah, these big, bad, godly, spiritual leaders of society attacking you and your children in your sleep. Okay. So I guess they couldn't put you to rest. The Four of Swords is coming in the reverse. So is this energy of them trying to shut you up, shut you down, make you tired, shut you up?
So sorry I had to use the bathroom like this.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, my apologies for that intervention there. I had to address something really quickly. Okay. Bear with me. Yeah. And we'll get into talking about coming and all that. Just bear with me. Pressure cooker. Why are these people upset? Intervention is coming in the upright. See, earlier, intervention is coming in the reverse. Now it's in the upright. So, you know, this is fascinating. Maybe they feel like they helped you by giving you information, but isn't being human, you know, especially if you're in the helps field, the helps industry, if you're in, you know, anything like that, especially nonprofit organizations, you know, stuff that's designed for the communities at large, it's supposed to be for the people. First and foremost, just the standard public, you know, to whomever it applies to. It's supposed to be for the people, the standard public, whomever it applies to, all races, all creeds, all genders, all ethnicities, all sexualities, all walks of life, including philosophical, political, and spiritual bents. There are clauses in their very contracts that specifies that the non-discriminatory behavior, you know, based on differences such as those. Okay, so now they could be upset because you're getting help, you're getting hope, and then I have legal court paperwork filed, threatened in the reverse. You're gonna be, I don't know, maybe they're gonna have some court issues. This obsession is gonna have to end, because maybe these are people that had some kind of secret obsession with some other people who had secret obsession. Okay, with shutting you down, shutting you up in some way, shape, form, or fashion, making you sick, making you tired, you know. But you're coming out with the Four of Swords reversed. Hold on. Oh, I left that in there. That's why. You're coming out with the Four of Swords reversed. Denial. See something? Yeah. They refuse to face the truth. They could be upset that they can't keep you in the blind about something. It says not facing the truth, irrational reasoning, silence, non-action. This person may be in denial. They may, God, they can't see. They could be mad that you are no longer in that energy. I have negotiating in the reverse. And a masculine is coming in reverse. Honorable masculine is in the reverse. So this could be a man or a masculine form that's karmic and that's dealing with karmics. And yeah, you stop talking. You stop talking. You realize that this person, you know, with wholeness in the reverse, this person was dark. This person was hiding something from you. This person did not really want to see you happy. Yeah. So they're unhappy about that. And today, listen, today just hit the floor and it's coming out in reverse. So this could have been like maybe with recent days. Why did today come out? I told you, yeah, today they had a meeting and maybe they're upset about what came out in the meeting, because I'm asking, why are they upset? Why are they mad at you? These people, all these folks done more than a little bit behind your back. Every day you all are surviving shit that people don't believe is happening. You know, every day around the clock, you got people circling the block, following you around, you know, every day. So I'm flabbergasted, because isn't that's what all of them wanted? This was the meal ticket. This was the lottery ticket here. That's what they all wanted, so that they can surveil you and drive you crazy and look for ways to try to make you sick. Pressure cooker rage, ready to explode. Yeah, they're angry. But see, people was getting a high off of making you mad. High is high, adrenaline rush. Uh-oh, love affair. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Dirty little secret is here. So this is like I said, this is somebody that somebody was secretly fucking in some cases. And they were getting a high off of this shit. Now they scared. Today they're having a meeting and it's going under, they're scared and panicked. Financial support going into the reverse. Either they are or the person that they are having an affair with is scared because y'all not talking. It says talk, conversation, get on the same page, reverse. Family. This could be a family member of yours. And then I have Archangel Michael in the reverse, protection in the reverse, anxiety reverse. Yeah, because these people were trying to hurt you. They were stealing from you. They were trying to block you from resources, any kind of support. They were trying to continue to put you and your children in compromising situations so that you all could be hurt. They can be mad because there's not going to be any protection. There's somebody's going to lose some kind of protection because of this. These people shouldn't have. They're mad at you because you didn't figure something out. You're either exposing how people are trying to hurt you. People are secretly collabing with your family, meeting with folks to convince them to hate you, to convince them to do stuff to you, or to convince them to give them information that they're not supposed to have, because it's the same thing. Yeah, retaliation. Vacation, hideaway, venture. Yeah. What these people are doing. What's happening to them? Yeah, there's cleansing. Yeah, these people could be trying to act like they're clean, act like they changed their lives or whatever, or something like that with this cleansing here. And they not. These people are all the same. Yeah, bounty hunter. These are the same people that's been chasing you around the United States up at the goddamn Americas. Okay? Yes. Yeah, they didn't want to believe that these people, somebody didn't want to believe or see something, or they're upset that you can see the truth about this bounty hunter energy. Whether this is a spiritual bounty hunter, somebody who, a spiritual hater, whatever the case may be. Okay. Yikes. I just looked down and I saw Shane. Now, I don't know why I saw the name Shane. That's not who I was really thinking of in my respect, but that person could very well be involved. That person might even know that the other person. That may be hidden. Okay, because hey, you never know. People, you just never know who knows who. Who's collabing with who. Who's working with who. This could be somebody working with a corrupt ex-boyfriend of yours. People strange. People do strange things for clout, for power, for money, for recognition, for vengeance. Oh, so now this is a masculine that's silent but lethal. Interesting. So maybe, ooh, I'm gonna leave this part alone because I'm not trying to get too far deep into this reading. Something could have been hid in Canada. I have Brianna. Maybe there's some other energies. I have a fatal accident. People keep trying to get y'all in some kind of something to look like a fatal accident. They keep trying. They keep doing shit. It's just... This is a shame. Anyway. Okay. I might have to end this and come back on since I got a little bit off track. Breadcrumbing, you know, I can just stop and say it real quick because it ain't even much to be said. Breadcrumbing is a tactic, basically almost like rationing out. You know how like when you're poor, or let's say you're in a storm or everything is shut down and they're like, okay, blah, blah, blah. So you get into this energy of you got to ration what you have. You have to, you know, deal it out in small doses in order to make something last. So that's a healthy form of breadcrumbing. A toxic form of breadcrumbing is when people have all of the resources in abundance to share, okay? To share, to assist, to collaborate, whatever it is, they have it, but they do not give it. And not for legitimate causes. They choose to not do it because they want to keep the person on a leash. They want to keep that person under their control. They want to, in some cases, it's a punishment, because when people are mad at you and they never really deal with that and they pretend like they subconsciously look for ways to try to get back at you, even if it's illegitimate. They mad at you because you whatever. So they'll pretend like, oh no, I'm good, I'm over it, it's all good, I don't even trip, it's all good, yeah, you know, whoop. And you go, oh, okay, good, I'm glad, you know, and then it comes out when something like this, there's a situation where either they could connect you to someone that could help you to grow your business, or they could make something, they have the power and the means and the resources, and what they'll do is they'll give you the good times version of what they really could give you. And when I say the good times, I'm talking about the old school sitcom good times. Okay, they'll give you that and they'll keep you in struggle when they could have very well put you in the Jeffersons vibe. Okay, and so it's for control. Breadcrumbing is sometimes it's punishment and revenge, and more often than not is for leverage and control. Because when people feel like they need to have the power over somebody, they need to be able to see and surveil, they need to be able to, well, one of the ways you can do that is breadcrumb the resources. If you want to, you know, you technically can. You see this all day long in county workers and all sorts of stuff. You see it, you know, when you get enough experience dealing with a bunch of them, different ones, it gives you kind of a layered effect of how some of them operate. And essentially you get some that they don't feel like it's their money and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're not sitting up there. Because some of them be on some extra. I swear to God, I swear to God. I swear they do. You would think it was they shit, the way that some of these motherfuckers be acting. But then you run into some that they're the all and out workers. I call them the all and out. They turn over tables, baby. They're the all and out. They're looking for gray areas, burgundy areas. They're looking for whatever area color they need in order to make sure that you have sufficiently been assisted. They're going above and beyond their scope because these are people, it's heart for them. It's heart. They get in there. This ain't about checking off a list so you can look like you're doing your job so you keep your little penny ass job. It's no, I care. And I'm going to see in a high vibrational way what I can do for this person. I'm not going to hold out. If I know there's a way to work around something in a benevolent way, For my client, I'm going to, if I can keep honor, if I keep integrity, but if I know that there is a way to do that, I'm going to fucking do it. They're not going to need to beg me 30 times before I come up with the revelation of a way of how to assist them. They're not going to need to call me 1,000 times. They're not going to need to do any of that. They're not going to have to excessively communicate with me for me to come up with a solution. These are people that's heart. They're not looking for control and leverage and power over the client. They're not looking to pigeonhole the client. They're not looking to get their revenge because the client looked like a bitch that the nigga cheated, whatever. They're not looking for none of it. They're not looking to vomit and take out their wounds on their client. They're looking to help. So many of you have learned something new about breadcrumbing, that this is not just about when you're dating a lover that's entertaining other options. That's the basic classic definition. But when you got people who they want you in lack, some people, that's the only way they're going to be happy. I promise you, it don't make sense, but neither does none of this abusive shit that is happening. Some folks, whatever's ailing them, whatever it is, whyever it is, whatever deal they made with the devil's cousin, whatever, like whatever it is. The devil be being them people that's dangling them contracts. So y'all got to get your mind. Devil is not, nah. Sometimes the devil is us. Want them contracts. Want that money. So the whole, this is what a lot of this has been for you all, collective. But all at the same time, just to make it seem like it's you. That's what's sadistic about it. To make it appear to the world, it's you. It's just you. You're crazy, you're lazy, you're this, you're all these things. Wrong. People have intentionally made things difficult and used their power and their resources and their ability to purchase people to do it. That's the short answer in a nutshell. On top of Big Brother, we're not gonna get too far into all that. I know where they stand, I know where they at, I know who they are, but outside of them, because all they do is just use the weakness of all these other people. Been telling y'all this for some time. That's all they're doing, playing everybody against each other. The end of the story. The end. Playing everybody against each other. Easy to do. It's real easy to do because many of us are walking unhealed. Should I say unhealed? I'm trying to find new language. I'm going to say walking unaware. I'm going to change my language. Because I'm going to say walking unaware, disconnected. Unaware of ourselves, unaware of what's really ruling us, what's really driving us, unaware of ourselves and our self-issues, our self-prejudices, our walking unaware. And what do you have to do? If you were a puppet master, what do you do? Well, you study them all and you play them all against each other. The end of the story. Game over. You study them and you ping them against each other. You exploit every rawness about them all. and then you lie and you spin stories so that you can get that group all riled up over here, and then you go over there and you spin another lying story so you get that group all riled up over there, and then you do, and so that you get them all convinced to go towards whoever the target is this week. And you can convince, if you get your cause going, you can convince anybody to do anything. Anybody. Get you some zealots, get you some extreme radicals, get you a few, and that's all you got to do, baby. That's all you got to do. Get you some old bit of, get you some old hate. Find you some old hate. You can get some old heavy monsters. You get you some old fermented hatred. They got some big heifers on their ass. Trying to tell you, some old shit, some old ancient evil that surpassed the damn Bible. Mm-hmm. And you got yourself a mission, honey. And then mix money in the bag. Oh shit, please. People want to keep them cars. Shit. To me, this shit's simple dimple. It's the writing's on the wall to me. It ain't hard. It's simple. They mad at y'all. Oh my God. They mad at y'all. So that's the breadcrumbing. I'll share a little bit about that. It's power, it's control. It's also an element, like I said, when they feel like you don't deserve. When people have God complexes and they feel, and I don't care if they don't think they do, their behavior dictated. If they feel, even if it's unspoken, that's what's called a God complex. They feel like you are not deserving of abundance, so they want you in scraps. That you're not deserving. What's going on there?
Nice friendly. No problem. It was just nice to friend, have a good time. It's all right.
It better be.
It's not just come out, chill out.
Uh-huh.
It was this young lady with the son having a good time.
Oh.
It's no problem. So you should be all right.
Mm-hmm. Better be.
There's no problem. You should be all right now.
Okay.
You just gotta calm down. It's just nice having a good time.
I'm glad.
I was
That's
saying
good,
smile and giving a good thumbs up.
That's good.
Oops.
Okay.
I forgot I didn't get thumbs up. I was giving like this and getting like, all right. That was
That's nice. Yeah, well, that's good. And,
no problem.
And it better be. Mm-hmm. They show doing a shit ton of nasty shit to you in your sleep. They know who they are. I'll just say that. 2 weeks, peed on himself 3 times. He don't pee on himself like that. He don't have those types of dreams like that. Something off. Way off. And it ain't about the situation in and of itself either. It's here. We've been displaced since February the 3rd. And that hasn't occurred at none of the locations like that. So it's off. Big time. He experienced a few things. I experienced some other things at some of the different locations, especially the one that we spent the most time at Heritage. We spent 3 weeks at Heritage, and so he experienced some stuff there. But yeah. Mm-hmm. All these locations, there's always been some kind of an incident. Just so happened. There's always been at least one incident. This is how I'm patterning all these people too. Because there's always at least one. Some rando, whole bag, receptionist, bitch, you know, on some dumb shit, orchestrating shit to fuck with them. Crackheads coming up to them, orchestrating the moment I turn my back. Cracker ass, crackhead, you know, man. I caught the patterns. It's always a pattern. And when you deal with all these different places, it makes you cause the question. Because, how is that? And that's because there's illegal surveillance. Short answer that people aren't ready for. People aren't ready to believe the world or corruption or government or all these, you know, famous people. They're not ready to believe, but it's the truth whether they're ready or not. Anyway, it's the truth. Always trying to trigger him. This whole torture stuff. Torture, anxiety, to keep him in survival, keep me, and people who want to keep you in that vibe, and people who are antagonistic like that, they are trying to kill you. But they are trying to kill you with keeping their hands clean. They're trying to kill you while looking like they're some kind of freak philanthropist. They're trying to make you some kind of a story, some kind of a makeshift, you know, fucking ass. Oh, poor, you know, so they can be sociopaths, yo. It's how you terrorize somebody and then on TV talking about I'm donating. How motherfuckers be both? That's weird as fuck. Oh, that's weird. How you both? You're a terrorist and you're giving money on TV. Which one? You're terrorizing the very community that you got all over your social damn media. Yeah, they're upset. 9 of Cups in reverse. These people are selfish. They're drunks. They're drunkards. They're addicts and shit. Okay, I have strength, and then I have the Ace of Swords. Truth, baby. You have the truth. The truth is on your side. You have clarity here. And you're being held in high honor. 6 of Wands, 2 of Swords in reverse. You could be being held in high honor, or you have the truth. You're telling the truth. You have the truth about what people have been doing for their so-called success in some cases. At whose expense has it been? It's something like that. At whose expense? At whose expense? Yeah, you're smart. I got the Queen of Swords coming out in the upright. You studied something. Oh, you can't see the card. Y'all done studied something. She's in a library on this depiction. She's in a library. She's leaning on some books. She's got one book in her hand. She looks like Harlequin costume and shit. Harley Quinn. That mean you a motherfucker. You's a motherfucker then. I tell you what. Them trying to drive you crazy then turned you to fucking Harlequin. Good luck. Good luck with that. I got the Queen of Swords. That's some powerful energy right there. Queen of Swords, 5 of Wands. So they're having fights right now. Some of these people having fights right now. Yep. 5 of Wands. 7 of Wands in first. Pow! Reverse! Shit. People been attacking you, fighting you and your kid. Making you feel like you constantly gotta be on the defense because he's sending one retard after the next, nigga. Doing weird shit at night. Weird. They're mad because there's been some fire back. Queen of Swords is coming out. It's followed by the Seven of Wands in reverse. You cutting off shit that's trying to drain your resilience, your life force. You're pushing something. You're cutting it out or something like that. Or telling the truth how people are attacking you and trying to break your protection, your defenses. What they keep doing to put you in a vulnerable position. That you trying to use God with the Hierophant in the reverse. A corrupt authority figure, a corrupt leader, a corrupt business person. They're trying to judge you and use spirituality when ain't none of them living worth shit. I'm just saying. Sometimes people be thinking living worth shit meaning you don't do drugs, you don't do alcohol, you don't smoke cigarettes, you don't, have illicit. That's not what this is. You have a lot of people that's squeaky clean in that respect. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean they can't be corrupt, baby. That may be contributing to their spiritual narcissism. I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this, and I do that, but you're a fraud and you're fucking with a fraud. God complex. Feel like you all have the right to judge and determine who should have what as if you are God. Wrong. Yeah, they mad. The Sun in reverse. I guess they didn't know Four of Wands in reverse. Why are they mad about this? What they've been doing to y'all? Trips me out, man. What happened here? I'm like, this is what they did to the collective. I don't get it. Yeah, they're under judgment. Hierophant is out in the reverse. They're under judgment. Bad. It's bad. They are under judgment. This was foul. This was against, like I said, this is unnatural. They went against some shit. They ain't had no business. Whatever they into, these people doing is something wrong with them. Yeah. Something wrong with them. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So, I don't know. You may not know nothing about this in the physical. Maybe you don't even have space to care. But they're blaming you for something you might not even know about right now. Okay? I got the Ten of Pentacles going into the reverse. That's a loss. They could have been kicked out from their own ancestry because of this shit. For some of them, oof. Ooh, with the Hierophant reverse, the Ten of Pentacles reverse, and then the Chariot, ooh, making it a point to try to ruin you and steal from you and take from you and judge you and all those things. For money, fire. That was a no. Yeah, stalking with this Page of Swords. That was no doubt. They shouldn't have did it. That was not a good idea. That was a no bueno. Page of Swords. They might now be under investigation. Their legacy may be going under scrutiny, unbeknownst to them. So if they have a business, it may be under fire. Yep, and that as it hit the front, it may be under fire now. Because it may be under fire. Woo, and it's a tower here, bitch. It's yeah. I got the Lovers here in the reverse. I have the Tower, bitch. And I have, it's fights. They are going. There's upset. Up in the family and shit, this disloyalty. There's arguments about disloyalty. There's arguments about, so somebody lying, cheating, stagnation, somebody betraying somebody's stubbornness. Y'all should see this tower. I'm gonna let y'all see this tower because it's one of my favorite towers of all towers in tarot that I've seen. This may be about marriage. Ooh, child. Somebody, nigga. These people, I ain't, I'm just, This is why I am who I am now. This is exactly why. This is exactly why. Right here. Exactly why. Exactly why. Exactly why I ain't trying to hit nothing. Exactly why. Right here. Because people be on weird shit, man. They be on that weirdness. Let me see. Look at the tower. Wait, y'all might can't see it because of the thing. See, the bitch is like, ooh! Wait, let me see if I can make the thing go away. Hold on. Let's see if I can make it go away. Oh, I want to make it go away. Hold on. It's my favorite. Let me see. It won't let me, huh? Effects, high video retouch, green screen. That's not what I want. Effects picker. What about bummer. Oh. No, that's not what I want. Anywho, so I love this depiction because, like, you gotta look under the thing. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's like, you know, you got, it seems like people, it seems like it's people coming out the tower. I used to be saying, like, when I used to see this tower, I'd be like, it's bongs, tater chips, wigs, cigarettes, you know, tacos, Doritos, all sorts of shit coming out this tower. And this could be you, feminine. You came out the tower too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we all going down. You know, they're hell bent on trying to hurt you so badly. They're hell bent on trying to cause you so much pain, so much disruption over and over again just to keep what they got or whatever. But you're coming down on your feet and you're turning your back. And you're like, I told y'all, like, I don't like this either. But y'all won't leave me the fuck alone. I don't like this either. I'm tired of my life being disrupted. I'm tired of being under constant surveil. I'm tired of having to constantly shift around and move around because of people manipulating the background of my life. But I'm going to always get assisted. One way or the other, I'll find it. I told y'all. To stop fucking with me, and you can't stop fucking with me, and I can't help people who don't want to be helped. No, I can't help people who don't want to be helped. Anywho, you got some kind of ancestral wisdom, some kind of healing is coming through from all of this. This has been a theme as of the last few days. Like I said, y'all, I got several exes that I shake my head to this day that I wouldn't have believed would have been on some foul shit. Because all these exes went on with their life. They got married, they had children, they got businesses, they made money. Others of them didn't marry and have children, but they made money and they bought property and they moved on. And, you know, some of this stuff, it just baffles me. You know, I'm like, wow, for people that's so fulfilled and happy, I don't get the obsession. You know, but when there's powers that be behind shit, some stuff we just won't get. Okay? So whoever these people are that's pissed at you, here are some lessons that they are going to learn, whether they want to learn it or not, whether they want to admit it or not, whether they try to show the world this or not. It's something that's happening in real time whenever you see this video. Whenever you click on this video, and if this is applying to your life, my readings are timeless. It depends on whatever's happening with you. Ignorance, okay? Something about their ignorance is going to get them stuck. This ignorance, willful ignorance. Feminine is recognized in the ethers. Whatever this disrespectful stuff these people have been doing to you, and your children trying to defame you, trying to take you out. All of that. It says feminine is recognized in the ethers, the spirit world. She's sought after, respected. Whatever they've been trying to do to stop you from your work, to stop you from developing, to stop you from doing what you do and who you are, they're going to pay for it. Because they're self-appointed hall monitor ass for some of these people. Makeshift ass. Nobody liked them hall monitors back in the day when we was in school. Didn't nobody like the hall monitors. And the reason why we didn't like the hall monitors is because they was usually acting extra. Online friendship, online dating. This could be somebody collective. They may end up learning a lesson from somebody that they date online. This could be somebody, you know, that you dated online, going to end up learning some kind of lesson that you met online. Yeah, they finna end up in a shit show. I got these masculine karmics, lovers, mates, friends, baby mamas. They all lying to each other. They're all cheating. They're all plotting. And they said they're all using him. And then the joke is he's using them too. And this is all going to be what some of this fighting is going to come out. Everybody lying to each other, using each other. Trying to secure leverage. Yeah, feminine, you know how to be alone. These people don't. And that's why they're going to keep going through some toxic cycles here. You'd be just fine if folks just managed to leave you alone, huh? Folks feel entitled to your energy, but people going to get checked. They finna find out. You checking, motherfuckers. Social media weirdos. These are people, these are your trolls. Some of them are in your face physically. These neighbors didn't stay in their place. Oh, wee. It says, feminine is rubber, karmics are glue. What they hope and plan and say with ill will and intent towards her bounces off and sticks to them. So if they keep fucking with you and your family, then this is them and theirs. Whatever you're doing, it's going to be like, well, you want to terrorize my kid in the ethers? You want to terrorize me? You on that stuff? You on that stuff? You on that stuff? Okay. Something is going to come out that these people wanted to silence you because you speaking the truth is hashtag Barbie movie. So they're getting upset that other people are starting to see through them, see through the bullshit, see through the illusion. People are empowering themselves, and that's not working for them. And then I do have a masculine that's sincerely sorry but afraid. Okay. He can be sincerely sorry but afraid because of these secret societies, elites, groups that now know feminine is powerful. I just look like this. Listen, and where I am green behind the gills, listen, I'm okay with that because I haven't had 1,000 years in this timeline to study and prepare and to get all of the tools and to do. They made sure I was hijacked at birth. So where I am green behind the gills, I'm okay with that because I have other energy to step up for me in such a case. Because this is a crazy, wacky world. People be on some extra shit, man. Yeah, they're upset because you're a walking lie detector or energy detector. And it says this is what makes them uncomfortable. You're an energy detector. So it's like a vibration. So in other words, like, because if you deal with a psychopath, it's hard to detect their lie. But you can feel the energy, though, when you're an energy detector. That's something that they can't, it's an energy. It's a vibration. It's hard to detect a psychopath and a sociopath, like because they're convinced of their stuff. So the standard classic shit that even the CIA or the FBI use is only gonna gear into the science. And these people is hijacked to such a degree that the science is gonna reflect that they're because they believe their own lie. So their body, the biometrics, is not gonna do the shifting shit. An energy detector, though, that's another thing. These people didn't want you to move. These people have been the ones that's constantly plotting stagnation, blockages for you. And they lack empathy. And that's what you and your children have been dealing with, a lack of empathy. Lack of empathy, lack of compassion is what they'll all reap. Okay? So now, that's them. Now, what's the encouragement for you, though? Okay? These are people who want you breadcrumbed in life. And I just saw 11111. I saw 11111 on the clock when I said that, on the timer. So what's for you? Transcendence. Transcendence, a new beginning, alignment. All of these things for you throughout all this mess here. Okay? So what's something that's encouraging for the collective here? Let's get something from, do I have Osiris? Where's Osiris at? I'm going to get a message from Osiris. My punting. Oh, I got to find some of the old videos with Osiris so I can make myself feel better. I miss you, boo-boo. I miss my pumpkin. I'm so pretty. He likes me to talk like that. That's why I do that. He used to love when I would talk like that. He just start wagging, moving his tail, or he'll come to me and with his head, like bump his head on me. I have some fun memories of Osiris, man. Some splashing water on my face. Tapping on the computer to make noise. One time when I put him in his playpen, I put him in there because he was a flight risk. So every time we would go grocery shopping or have to open the door and do certain things, we would, put him in there. If he was in the living room, we would put him in his playpen so that he, wouldn't be a flight risk. And one time I think I left him in it too long. Oh my God. He didn't want to be in there at the time, and I left him in there too long. And then when I finally went over there to take him out, he was mad at me. He had attitude. And when he came out, he like busted the, like he came out like he was mad. And then with one of his paws, he hit me. He did. He had a cute little personality. He sure did. With his paw, like, how dare you? How dare you keep me in there caged up? Yeah, it's okay. It's gonna be okay, collective. It's gonna be okay. This, whatever this weird freak show you've been living in people's. Yeah. Oh, I have the apothecary. The apothecary table is in reverse. So whatever people have been stealing from you, your creativity, your ideas, blocking from you, I just saw lobster and the manager. I have the manager coming in the upright. Okay. Encouragement for the collective here. The game show is going in the reverse. There's no more games. The joke going in the reverse. No more games, no more jokes. And then the lobster is in the upright. So y'all are manifesting loyalty here. That's what the lobster thing is about. You're manifesting loyalty. You're manifesting people who are loyal and committed to you as a person, as a lover, as a friend.
I'm sorry I had to use the bathroom. It was really.
Yeah, I just saw the card that says life is good. You should get one. Yeah, you felt like you have been hindered from that due to all of this stuff. It's not that you didn't want a life, it's you've been hindered. You've had all these people trying to make sure that you're good and harassed, you're good and tortured, you're good and terrorized, you're facing one thing and another. You've had that in the background and you have felt robbed of life. Like, not that you didn't want to get one, but that you've been robbed of one. So it looks like there's something that's coming through where you're going to feel comfortable to do that. We do have the lobster coming out. So this is loyalty. This is people that's going to be loyal to you. Okay. True friends, true blue. Not this fair weather shit. Not this shit where if Ken and Barbie come to them and present to them a trashy offer, they'll portray you in a New York Minute. Not that kind of shit. Not people that's going to be easily swayed by corrupt officials, corrupt government, estranged folks from your life. Okay, I have the peephole frame. It's coming in a reverse. You're tired of this. I know you are. You're tired of people forcing their way in your world, trying to exploit your life so that you can't sing the Smelly Cat song in the reverse. Y'all may be like Phoebe. You know what I'm saying? People that's trying to steal your creativity or block it. Because in some cases, if they can't steal it, then they want to block it. And a part of that is making sure you're breadcrumbed and making sure they try to find a way to keep you in an impoverished and scarcity energy. Okay. Some of you may be fencing a move. I have the pivot coming out, and this is Ross and Rachel trying to move the couch. He was getting a new apartment. So maybe you're about to get help to get yourself a new apartment. Maybe you're going to have to take a pivot. Maybe you're going to go to another location. Maybe you're going to find something that's better suited for you and your children, and you're going to have some assistance with that because there's two people here. So whether it's a friend, whether it's a case manager, whether it's a lover, whoever, you're going to have some kind of help here, but it's going to require some adjustment. Okay, it's going to require a little bit of adjustment, but it looks like that's here for you. Or that's cooking, that's what you're cooking up, Yeah, you guys may pivot and go a different direction from what you were currently doing. All right, be optimistic. It says, today I feel optimistic. Today I will see the beauty, and you're going to be able to see the beauty. Okay, maybe that's what you're trying to tap into. You're working hard, because how do you do that when people are assaulting you 24/7? You know what I'm saying? It sounds real cute to say to people, but how do you really do that? So I'm even trying to tap into more things I can do to help my own body, because I know what I'm dealing with. So whatever this is may be helping you all so that you can feel more optimistic. You know, you got a lot of toxic stuff surrounding you, things being done to you, your children. Yeah. How people been trying to steal your magic. It says, find your voice and shout it from the rooftops. Yeah, you guys are finding your expression. How, you know, what people have been doing. It's becoming clear. You could also be redirecting your energy so that you can regain your magic. You're born to be awesome, and these people don't want you awesome. They need you looking worn and tethered with your towel on your head. Not that you care, because I don't either. But the whole point that I'm making is, this has been the whole plot of keeping you in some kind of a breadcrumbed life, because they're threatened by your awesomeness. Today I am respectful. That don't even belong in this deck. Okay. Yeah. I acknowledge other people's thoughts and feelings as well as my own. You shouldn't have to self-sacrifice to respect someone else. Respecting someone else shouldn't come at the expense of you being lit on fire. Then that's disrespectful to you. It says, to all my haters, it's, you guys should see this. Osiris the cat licking his tongue out. It says, to all the haters. Fuck you. Jive turkey. Because some people hate on y'all for no reason. You know, it's just ridiculous. Just for no reason. And for some of you, it's because you're naturally charming. And that's what Osiris says, okay? Oh, the pumpkin. Oh, look at Mama's boo-boo. Tell him Mrs. Boo-boo. Him pretty. This is him pretty. Oh, Pumpkin. Pumpkin says, you're naturally charming. Yes, it is. And listen, this is what people... Because some of them have to go through 6 years of acting school to get fake charm. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But it's kind of unfortunate how just because you have something naturally, people want to hurt you and come against you or make shit hard for you. That's what's fucked up. Ain't nothing wrong with getting classes and training and all that if you could afford it and if you're into it. Start your day with a smile. You could have been working on that. I know I did. I opened my eyes and I squeezed a smile because, well, first and foremost, I was getting a revelation of what was being done to my son. So that was hard to do. And then he woke up and had peed on himself, and so it confirmed what was being done to him. So again, I get it, y'all. Don't beat yourself up out there if we are not perfect at some of this stuff. Not everybody is being assaulted like that, so it's very easy to come from that space when you're just dealing with the standard life problems, versus this organized, concentrated assault. Okay. Let's do this. Yes, do your best and forget the rest. Yes, start your day with a smile. Okay, and we'll. The only way up. The only way is up. Osiris is saying it again. This is his second or third time. He's saying it's the only way is up, baby. You're going up. You're going up. There's always a reason to smile. It's okay. It's not okay what all these people are doing. Let them live in the decay. Okay, let them live in their decay. Oh, don't be afraid to dream big. Make each day a masterpiece. You can do anything you set your mind to do. Find some good music. I might do that later. Be bright, be brave, be you. Aww. Everyone's journey is different. Don't compare your path to someone else's. And I think this is a good place to end it, because this is what some of them need to swallow. It's like, maybe if some people got themselves out of that vibe, they'd stop fucking with you to begin with. Our journeys are different. We need to stop worrying about that. And look, all the haters, huh? So all the haters. Osiris, look at Osiris. Let me go. We're an hour and a half in. Anywho, I know this has been a long one, and this was a mixed bag, and so the message is still the same. It was about the breadcrumbing and what that is, and about these people that are upset with the collective. They feel like you got over on them, but you're not in an energy of trying to get over on people. You're trying to get the honorable support that you so richly deserve, that you and your children so richly deserve, just for being a human being and for being in the United States of the Americas. Okay? And unfortunately, you got people that's got an issue with you, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, trying to make sure that your life is difficult. So whatever creative way you have been guided to navigate in order to get that support, or that, even if the support and help had hidden dishonor, it's like, okay, I'm going to have to work with what I got to work with at the time and figure out my way through. Because unfortunately, that's the way of this world. That's the way of this plane of existence. It's humans that are operating all of these businesses, all of these organizations, all of these, there's people that govern all of these things. And not everybody be vibing a certain way. And we're gullible and a little bit naive if we still believe that folks in these positions are, if we're believing that they're all integral and that they're all grounded and practical and they all follow the rules, and because they know they're not supposed to discriminate, we're gullible if we believe that. All the rule does is show people how to make sure that you don't see that they're breaking it. You can put a policy in all day long. You can put the thread of what will happen all day long in it. All that does is show people how to maneuver in such a way so that they are never detected for it. This is going to shake up a whole lot of businesses, that one little statement.